Welcome to the EBA All-American Camp. Marcus Burnett joined on the mic by Chris Watkins as we are ready to start the camp game portion here at this weekend's event. Been a lot of drill work. Players being able to learn from the likes of a Christian Simmons, We Work Hoops, Adrian Penland, Brandon Clay himself, good overall camp staff. And now they get a chance to show some of those talent levels, but also apply some of what they've learned and worked on over the past couple days. Got a steal on one end, patience on the other, even though they can't get the layup to go. Offensive board will give them another chance. And that jumper, I believe that's a two. Easy money there for Polina Ovchinnikova.
It's been a great weekend so far. You know, players from all over the country. Got players from the West Coast, the East Coast, up north, down south. The overall level of effort that these players have put in the skill late into last night, still working after camp. And, you know, Brandon switched the model last year to where we don't play games at all on the first day, which I think is really good because just focus on the skill work, focus on the half-court sessions, and really, you know, focus on growing your game while you're here during this weekend as opposed to just running up and down and playing games the whole time.
You have a great balance. It's 4-0. Two 14-minute running clock halves. Been an active start on both ends there for number 40. Maya Goolsby has come up with a couple steals already here. She brings it across the timeline. Mary Martha Turner just inside the elbow, off the mark on the shot. Good hustle. Good hustle there initially by number 89, Shakia Watson. As Watson throws it in and Goolsby can't keep it in bounds, but great hustle. Number 74. Pass to Goolsby. Goolsby leaves it short. 74 is Grace Waterberg.
Grace Waterberg, you know, a member of our S&P member program. College coaches from all over the country have the ability to follow up and track her game as well as watch a full video evaluation on her on peachstatebasketball.com.
Coming up on the 11-minute mark, we'll have a drive knocked out of play. Active hands there by Goolsby, and she's able to knock it off of the leg of the ball handler. We've said it a few times here already in the broadcast, but Goolsby's quickness and quick hands there on the defensive end having an impact here early on. She'll lose the handle there, though. Goes right back to get it. You hear the word motor thrown around. Goolsby showing off a pretty good one so far. Mary Martha Turner passed up the look. Had a good look at three there. A shot that Mary Martha Turner can knock down, but can't knock her for attacking the rack. But you see some of what Brandon Clay is talking to her about now. Gives her credit for the move, put the ball on the floor, attack the rack. There was some contact there. Contact she'll probably get a call for, get some free throws for in a game, but here in a camp game setting, got to be able to play through that. But she also had a very good look at three.
You know, what I really liked there, even though she wasn't able to finish, but she showed her skill set. Being able to attack from the perimeter, put it on her left hand and get to the rim. You know, as she continues to get stronger, you know, in her upper body in the weight room, she'll be able to finish that through contact with her left hand.
6-0. As Goolsby breaks up another pass. How you call? Good pass inside. Out to Goolsby. They'll turn it over. Brandon Clay wanted to see more inclusion of the post game early in the possession. When you hear or see the post game being focused on in the camp, you can appreciate it because a lot of times those players are in the interior have to compete for touches. When you look at camps now, they can be guard heavy a lot of times. Goolsby passes that one ahead, shot off the mark.
You know, you talk about the interior play, and that's one of the things that we focus on in the skills sessions. That ability to move around the perimeter, that ability for the post player to get position inside. So now they're going to transition from that skill work that they were doing, now bring it to the game setting. And that's what you want if you're an interior player and you come to a camp like this. You want a focus on getting you the ball, which is you were seeing last possession there from Brandon Clay.
They wanted the and one on the play. None called, but they do get the original deuce. That's number 253, McKenna Ford with the bucket. Extra pass made by Mary Martha Turner, and Goolsby. Good look on the mid-range shot. Won't go, but reinforcements there by Michaela Skamansky. 255. Pull-up jumpers off. Nice job of running the floor and one. There for 253. McKenna Ford. Second straight, you know, I guess we have to put and one in air quotes there. I mean, there was no foul call, but obviously Ford able to finish through some contact, and you like to see that. You don't want to see the same level of foul calling here in these camp games as you would the high school season. Not to say you want it to get out of control, but there's a delicate balance that our reps are able to find. And McKenna Ford showing she can finish through contact. Goolsby answering back with the floater.
Great floater there inside with the running through. Mr. Clay is taking the headset.
That was so pretty.
Commentary provided there by Brandon Clay. Camp director also coaching Team Black there. Coach Brandon Mayweather of the PSB staff, urging him to get back on the sidelines and coach his team. A little friendly rivalry between the camp coaches here on site. You like to see coaches that are engaged in the game. It's not just players going up and down, you know, playing pickup. Really engaged and competing. That starts from the top down. They can afford, this time it's a three-point attempt. Can't get it to go. But finding the elusive and one here in this game is number 267, Macy Carson. Helmet and lunch pail on the offensive glass. It pays off and ties us up at 10 apiece. We have 5 minutes, 49 seconds here on the first half clock. Whitney Wagner with the ball. Wagner can't get that shot to go.
Good pass. You worked on that. Get back.
A jumper good just inside the free throw line for 255. Another bucket for Michaela Skamansky. Coming up on the 5-minute mark. Under it. Team White getting some good looks from three-point land for moving the ball. So in terms of that movement and not letting the ball stick, they're doing good there. Haven't been able to get those open looks to fall, but they keep creating those kind of shots. It's only a matter of time. Good box out there on the board. That's number 43, Polina Chinakova.
Floater was no good that time like it was 3 possessions ago, but just really like what Mia Goolsby is bringing to the table today, pushing the tempo on offense, you know, doing a little bit of everything.
Couldn't agree with you more there. Hill will have a trip to the free throw line for number 85. That's Halia Carl. Goolsby not shy with the floater. We've been stuck at 10 apiece here for the past minute, 30 seconds or so. Good shot there by Carl just inside the three-point line. Use a quick little fake. Goolsby didn't bite. She was still able to knock down the jumper. Make it 12-10. Another rebound for Macy Carson.
Oh, yes, great move. Swing it. Good time. Keep moving. Keep moving. Look at that. All right,
Silky smooth jumper there. That's number 44. That is Lily Griffith. So we'll have some substitutions with 2 minutes, 33 seconds remaining here in the first half. We take another look. There goes the ball screen set by number 66, Ansley Kiefer. And Griffith taking advantage of the space created. Entry pass is knocked away, and we'll have a jump ball as Chinakova goes to the deck to get it. That was Arena of Chinakova. Sister Polina is number 43. Got a couple of buckets here in the first half. Griffith, that pass a little bit too tall for Chinakova. Team Black running the other way. Five-point lead for Team White.
hold on. 2:57. Let's keep going. Keep going. Hey, you two cross. You two cross right now. Cross all the way through right now.
Nice move there initially with good defense by an 89, Shakia Watson. Nice move there by Kiefer, but Watson right there every step of the way, lost a step, but quickly closed that gap there on the defensive end. 5-point game coming up on 40 seconds, and we're going to have a carrying violation against Goolsby. Goolsby with the rebound. Number 74. That's Grace Waterberg.
You know, Grace Waterberg showing what she's good at, you know, being able to score the ball on the offensive end. Tremendous three-point shooter from the perimeter. Really seen some big strides in her game over the last 6 months.
4 7/10 of a second. So plenty of time to be able to get a shot off here. Good cut, but shot is off the mark, and that will do it for the first half. We'll be back with more EBA All-American Camp here from Atlanta after this quick break. Second half underway here at the EBA All-American Camp. It's a 3-point advantage for Team White as we start the second half. 2 courts rolling here at the main gymnasium at Central Gwinnett High School. Marcus Burnett joined by Chris Watkins here on site. Chris, it's also football season here. I know we all can't wait for the high school hoop season to start, but football season in full swing here in Georgia, and one of the best press boxes, in my opinion, in the state. Even if it's just for creativity points alone, the Fortress here on site at Central Gwinnett.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome outside. You know, it looks like a castle. Always kid around with Coach Brandon Mayweather about, like, you know, I just want to go on top of it, you know.
All they need is a moat leading up to it, and they be set. 15-12. Like Macy Carson's activity level, from a guard position, I think number 40, Maya Goolsby, has been all over the place. As you see her come up with a steal right on cue and earn a trip to the free throw line. But when you look at the interior, number 267, Macy Carson, has done a great job rebounding the ball on both ends.
You know, another player that I think has really stood out, not as much maybe in the offensive production so far, even though she does have the ability to really score the ball, is number 253 in the white, McKenna Ford. You know, she's done some things on the defensive end. You know, 2 possessions ago did a really good job of sliding her feet. And when you talk about being able to play at the next level, is, you know, every player that here, you know, that's what they want to do. That's why they're here, to be evaluated, to get the exposure on SUVtv, you know, and Prospects Nation. Chris Hansen's here, Kyle Moore is here to evaluate, but it's, you got to be able to guard. You know, if you can't guard at the next level, you can't play. You know, it's not like high school. Now, granted, you might go to a program in college that plays zone, but it's not high school where they say, hey, go stand 2-3 with your hands up. If you cannot guard at the college level, no matter what level that is, Division I, II, III, NAI, junior college, you will get exposed.
Yep. Most definitely. That last jumper for Team White was scored by number 257, Izzy Strigel, trying to get back-to-back jumpers.
Bang, bang.
Got him. Strigel with back-to-back J's to make it 14-20. Strigel with the jumper as we look there on the instant replay.
Newly minted social media exposure member. Glad to have her as a part of the program. Looking forward to working with her. Nice young prospect there out of North Carolina. Raleigh-Durham, that triangle area.
That area, no stranger to hoops talent. And Strigel representing well here at EBA All-American Camp.
We talked about wanting, coming out of the half, obviously making the switch over with that group. Wanted to play a little faster, wanted to push the ball, but play with purpose, and then obviously defend. And you're seeing some of that here early in the second half, Marcus, trying to get out and push the ball in transition.
Yep. Macy Carson with the steal there. She's been an example of what you just mentioned. Maya Goolsby, I think she needs to speed up a little bit more. I say that tongue-in-cheek. She's been all over the place.
She's fantastic, man. Now, I really like her energy and the way that she plays this game, man.
257 there. Strigel with another score. This time it's inside the three-point line, but she's got 3 buckets here in the second half already.
Well, her and McKenna Ford have been a nice tandem. And you talk about Lily Griffith, their number 44, kind of pushing the tempo for us. So a lot of good players, man.
Like Ford's ability to finish through contact here early on. Their step-back jumper, ice cream.
Another member of the social media exposure program. Program keeps going, more and more quality players that are going to be recruited. I know her mom was mentioning the phone was ringing there. Obviously on the first day that schools could call. Furman, Radford, whole host of schools dialing in there for McKenna Ford.
11-point contest now as we are under the 10-minute mark.
You know, what I love is y'all just heard Brandon Clay just talking, the owner of PeachStateBasketball.com. It's almost like the old MTV Rock and Jock feel when you get to go to the coach for a second. It's like inside the huddle, they're telling you about what's going on. You can touch base on the recruitment, as he talked about both Izzy Strigel as well as McKenna Ford, 2 of our SMP members. You know, for those of you on the broadcast kind of wondering what that means, you know, there's so much about getting exposure and getting your name out there and getting pushed to these college coaches across different networks. That's what our SMP member program is. You know, everybody here on staff is a part of that. we work with you, whether it's video, work with you, on your recruit and your scouting. So if you're definitely interested in that, as you see McKenna Ford there again, that one didn't fall. Visit peachstatebasketball.com. Reach out to us. Let us know what we can do to kind of help you get to the next level.
Working hard there is number 74.
It's Grace Waterberg. Really liked how she was able to catch it in transition and draw that contact. She didn't just catch it and go up. She waited a second, kind of did a little 180, and then went into the contact to get to the free throw line.
Said Waterberg's name a few times here throughout this one. Foul there will send Arena of Chinnikova to the free throw line. Played through the first bump, earned the call there on the second.
Both Polina and her sister Arena, they're both out of IMG down in Florida. Great programs in all sports across the board.
Speaking of IMG in Florida, an IMG representative there in their varsity football team was here in nearby Loganville taking on Grayson there in week 1 of the football season. They were able to get a victory over the Rams. One of the better programs in Atlanta over the past few years. Same program that produced Robert Kimdichie, Wayne Gallman, that's at Clemson right now. And IMG came in and made slight work of the talented Rams there in week 1.
Yeah, I believe at the time Grayson was ranked number 2 in the country in most of the rankings. IMG also another top 10 program. Great thing to watch, it's just such an awesome experience. That's for what anybody says, why would you go to IMG or why would you go to Grayson? They played on ESPN. I didn't play on ESPN. There was no SUVtv around when I was averaging 5 points a game at Shiloh High School, but it just that kind of, it was a couple more than 5, but not many more. But just that experience, those kids, even if they don't play in college, they're going to have that experience forever. And that's why so many players go to IMG or you go to those powerhouses, it's just to have that moment.
Couldn't agree with you more, man. It's an 11-point game. Team White with the advantage. Here's McKenna Ford. Good defense on the inside. And Shaquille Watson, 89, got a piece of that. Ansley Kiefer, she's doubled, finds a lifeline in Chinnikova, and Chinnikova with the triple. That is Arena, 79. Coming over to help now, poked away, but chased down by Goolsby. Traveling violation there against Watson.
I'm back where I started.
6 minutes, 52 seconds remaining on the game clock. Chris Hansen, one of the PSB evaluators that you mentioned, is here on site today. Made the trip all the way there from Seattle. Enjoyed our time at the Check Me Out Showcase a couple weeks back. Jumper, no good. Goolsby.
You mentioned the Check Me Out Showcase. What Chris Hansen has done, with Check Me Out Nation and just the things that he's doing there on the West Coast. Just really kind of owning the West Coast in terms of skill development camps. Now he's got open period tournaments for travel teams. Really found that kind of niche out there. Many of these players from now the East Coast fly out to the West Coast to go to his camps, and they fly from there to here to come to our EBA camps. So if you're listening, you're out there anywhere on the West Coast, Midwest, make sure you definitely check out everything that Chris Hansen's doing with his Check Me Out events.
Look at the slate of events. You want to be able to go against some of the best in the country in a setting that's not only going to allow you to show what you can do, but also get better. And you look at some of the company that's kept There in the EBA slate of counselors, Check Me Out showcase, you had Evita Westbrook. I think she narrowed down her top 5 schools here over the course of the past week. She was at Check Me Out. You had Ariel Scott, who's gotten offers from Duke. I believe Kentucky has offered. And that's not an exhaustive list by any means, but she was at Check Me Out as well. She's here on site. You've got Caitlin Gilbert and Anaya Peoples played their club ball with the best choice squad out of the Midwest, the 2 great players. They're here on hand as well. So plenty of bump talent here when it comes to the pool of players at the EBA All-American camp.
You know, and the reason why you got to come to camps like Check Me Out or EBA All-American, or whether it's EBA Super 64, in June, you got to play that competition. You know, you'll see players, they might average 20 a game in high school, and they step in this environment, they go, whoa. You know, this isn't my small high school private league. This is how you really see, you know, how competitive you can be at the next level. That's why travel ball is so important. I mean, you've got to be able to go against the best.
Yep.
And you can't decide most times what high school you go to or what region you're in, but you can decide what tournaments you're going to go in, what camps, to really kind of test your might against the best players in the nation like we have here today.
That you can. Maya Goolsby, number 40, 14 black. She knocked down a triple a couple possessions ago. We've seen her get the floater game going and attack the rack. It's her first 3-point make of the contest. And she's right back with a jumper for Izzy Striegel. Striegel trying to use the screen. Back-to-back jumpers. It's another bucket from the outside for Striegel. Shooting it very well here. She's already got, you know, unofficially, I've counted 4 jumpers, man. I think one of them was a 2. But she's definitely got double digits. I want to say she's around 15 to 17 points here. Good portion of them here in the second half. Really, I think all of them are in the second half. Now getting to the rack and earning a trip to the line. Izzy Striegel getting it done. We take a look at that 3-pointer a couple plays ago, and that's a pretty good contest there on that shot. Hand and face, didn't matter. String music by Izzy. Pass broken up. Foul there against Griffith. .16 game. Team White still in control. Izzy Striegel, big part of that. Positioning there by Mary Martha Turner as Macy Carter comes over the back there. Another rebound from Macy Carson. Ford ahead to Striegel. Striegel too strong on the layup attempt. Trip to the line coming here for Mary Martha Turner.
She has been on fire all day.
Yes.
Quick release, you know, high arc, able to get her shot over larger defenders. And what I like about her, she catches it looking to shoot.
Oh, yeah.
So many players catch it, and the first thing they do is look down at the floor. I mean, if you're a shooter, it doesn't matter where you are.
You see how quickly they're on that replay, already sizing it up like you mentioned, man. Just great awareness there. Muscle memory doing the rest there on that jumper. Rebound by Haley to Carl. Waterberg with another bucket. Jumper along the baseline. Number 43 there with the bucket. That's Polina Ovchinnikova. So we'll be back with more EBA All-American camp here from the camp game. Thanks for joining us here on SUV.